Castles are large fortified buildings that were typically built in the Middle Ages and were used as residences for royalty and the nobility, as well as military strongholds. Castles were often built on high ground and were designed to provide protection from attackers, with features such as walls, towers, and moats. Castles were an important part of medieval society and played a significant role in the political, economic, and cultural life of the time. Many castles were also symbols of power and wealth, and were designed to impress and awe visitors with their grandeur and magnificence. Today, castles are popular tourist attractions and are often open to the public for visits. Many castles have been restored and are now museums, offering visitors a glimpse into the rich history and culture of the medieval period. Whether you're a history buff, an architectural enthusiast, or just appreciate stunning beauty, visiting a castle is a unique and unforgettable experience. From the magnificent Chateau de Versailles in France to the historic Edinburgh Castle in Scotland, there are many beautiful castles to visit all around the world. Neuschwanstein Castle is a 19th-century Romanesque revival palace located in Bavaria, Germany. It is located on a rugged hill near the village of Hohenschwangau and was built by King Ludwig II of Bavaria as a personal retreat. The castle is considered one of the most beautiful and important examples of Romantic architecture in Germany, and has served as inspiration for several buildings, including Disneyland's Sleeping Beauty Castle. The castle is open to visitors and is a popular tourist destination, attracting over 1.3 million visitors every year. Visitors can take guided tours of the interior, which features grand halls, rooms with ornate decor, and beautiful views of the surrounding landscapes. The castle also features several museums and exhibitions, showcasing the life of King Ludwig II and the history of the castle. If you're planning to visit Neuschwanstein Castle, it's recommended that you book tickets in advance to avoid long lines, especially during peak tourist season. Additionally, be prepared for a strenuous hike up to the castle, as it is situated on a hill and requires a steep climb. But the effort is worth it, as the castle offers a stunning and unforgettable experience, steeped in history and fairy tale charm. Château de Chambord is a magnificent Renaissance castle located in the Loire Valley of France. It was built in the 16th century and is considered one of the largest and most magnificent castles in the Loire Valley, which is known for its many grand and beautifully ornate chateaux. Chambord was built for King Francis I of France, and was intended to serve as a hunting lodge and retreat. The castle is known for its impressive architectural style, which blends elements of French Renaissance and classical architecture. The most distinctive feature of Chambord is its double helix staircase, which spirals up the center of the castle, and was designed so that two people could ascend and descend without ever meeting. Today, Château de Chambord is a popular tourist attraction and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Visitors can tour the interior of the castle and admire the ornate decor and beautiful views from the towers. The castle also features a large park and a moat, which add to its grandeur and beauty. If you're planning a visit to Château de Chambord, it's recommended that you book your tickets in advance, especially during the peak tourist season. The castle is located in a remote and rural part of France, and visitors can take guided tours or explore the castle and its grounds at their own pace. Whether you're a history buff, an architectural enthusiast, or just appreciate stunning beauty, a visit to Château de Chambord is sure to be a highlight of your trip to France. Castle Hohenschwangau is a 19th-century palace located in the Bavarian village of Hohenschwangau, Germany. It was built by King Maximilian II of Bavaria, and served as the childhood home of his son, King Ludwig II. Hohenschwangau is a beautiful and well-preserved example of the neo-Gothic style of architecture, and its ornate decor and intricate details make it a popular tourist destination. The castle is located near Neuschwanstein Castle, another palace built by King Ludwig II, and the two castles are often visited together as part of a single tour. Visitors to Castle Hohenschwangau can take guided tours of the interior, which features grand halls, ornate rooms, and beautiful views of the surrounding landscape. The castle also features several museums and exhibitions showcasing the history of the monarchy and the lives of King Maximilian II and King Ludwig II. If you're planning a visit to Castle Hohenschwangau, it's recommended that you book your tickets in advance, especially during the peak tourist season. The castle is located in a picturesque part of Bavaria, surrounded by rolling hills and scenic countryside. Whether you're a history buff, an architectural enthusiast, or just appreciate stunning beauty, a visit to Castle Hohenschwangau is sure to be a memorable experience. Castle Howard is a magnificent stately home located in North Yorkshire, England. It was built in the 17th and 18th centuries, and is considered one of the finest examples of Baroque architecture in England. The castle was commissioned by the 3rd Earl of Carlisle, and was designed by the architect Sir John Vanbrugh. It is known for its grand facade, beautiful gardens, and impressive interiors, which feature ornate decor and works of art. Today, Castle Howard is a popular tourist attraction and is open to visitors year-round. Visitors can take guided tours of the castle, explore the gardens, and visit the exhibitions and museums on the grounds. The castle also hosts a variety of events throughout the year, including concerts, performances, and historical reenactments. If you're planning a visit to Castle Howard, it's recommended that you book your tickets in advance, especially during the peak tourist season. The castle is located in a remote and rural part of England, surrounded by beautiful countryside, and is easily accessible by car or by public transportation. Whether you're a history buff, an architectural enthusiast, or just appreciate stunning beauty, a visit to Castle Howard is sure to be a memorable experience. The Catherine Palace is a grand and magnificent palace located in the town of Tsarskoye Selo, near St. Petersburg, Russia. It was built in the 18th century and is considered one of the most important examples of Baroque architecture in Russia. The palace was originally built for Catherine I of Russia and was later expanded and renovated by Catherine II, also known as Catherine the Great. The palace is known for its stunning facade, which is decorated with gilded moldings and elaborate sculptures, as well as its beautiful interiors, which feature ornate decor and works of art. One of the most famous features of the Catherine Palace is the Amber Room, a magnificent chamber lined with intricately carved panels of amber. The room was considered a masterpiece of Baroque art and was considered one of the 8 wonders of the world. Unfortunately, the original Amber Room was lost during World War II, but a reconstruction of the room was completed in 2003. Today, the Catherine Palace is a popular tourist attraction and is open to visitors year-round. Visitors can take guided tours of the palace and its grounds and admire the beautiful architecture and works of art on display. If you're planning a visit to St. Petersburg, a tour of the Catherine Palace is a must-see attraction. Teferi Castle is a stunning castle located in the outskirts of Nairobi, Kenya. It was built in the early 21st century and is known for its unique architecture, which combines elements of traditional African design with European-style castle building. The castle was built as a luxury resort and is now used as a conference center, event venue, and hotel. It features grand halls, beautiful gardens, and impressive views of the surrounding countryside. Visitors to Teferi Castle can take guided tours of the castle and its grounds, explore the gardens, and enjoy the scenic views from the castle's towers. Teferi Castle is located in the heart of the Kenyan countryside and is surrounded by beautiful landscapes and wildlife. Visitors to the castle can participate in a variety of outdoor activities, including hiking, wildlife viewing, and horseback riding. If you're planning a visit to Kenya and are looking for a unique and luxurious experience, a stay at Teferi Castle is a great option. Whether you're a history buff, an architectural enthusiast, or just appreciate stunning beauty, a visit to Teferi Castle is sure to be a memorable experience. Kronborg Castle is a magnificent Renaissance castle located in the town of Helsingør, Denmark. It is best known as the setting of William Shakespeare's play Hamlet and is considered one of the most important Renaissance castles in Northern Europe. The castle was built in the late 16th century and is known for its stunning architecture, beautiful interiors, and rich history. Visitors to Kronborg Castle can take guided tours of the castle and its grounds and explore its many museums and exhibitions. One of the highlights of a visit to Kronborg Castle is a tour of the castle's underground casemates, which were used to store gunpowder and ammunition. The casemates are a maze of underground tunnels and chambers that offer a fascinating glimpse into the castle's history and construction. If you're planning a visit to Kronborg Castle, it's recommended that you book your tickets in advance, especially during the peak tourist season. The castle is located in the heart of Helsingør and is easily accessible by car or by public transportation. Whether you're a history buff, an architectural enthusiast, or just appreciate stunning beauty, a visit to Kronborg Castle is sure to be a memorable experience. The Château de Versailles is a magnificent palace located in the town of Versailles, near Paris, France. It was built in the 17th and 18th centuries and is considered one of the most important examples of French Baroque architecture. The palace was originally built as a hunting lodge for King Louis XIII, but was later expanded and transformed into a grand palace by his son, Louis XIV. The palace is best known for its stunning halls and salons, which are decorated with ornate furnishings, gilded moldings, and works of art. One of the highlights of a visit to the Château de Versailles is a tour of the palace's famous Hall of Mirrors, a grand gallery lined with mirrors that was used for grand state events and balls. Visitors can also explore the palace's beautiful gardens, which feature elaborate fountains, sculptures, and ornate flower beds. Today, the Château de Versailles is a popular tourist attraction and is open to visitors year-round. Visitors can take guided tours of the palace and its grounds and admire the stunning architecture and works of art on display. If you're planning a visit to Paris, a tour of the Château de Versailles is a must-see attraction. Edinburgh Castle is a historic fortress located in Edinburgh, Scotland. It is one of Scotland's most famous landmarks and attracts millions of visitors each year. The castle was built in the 12th century and has played a major role in Scotland's history, serving as a royal palace, military stronghold, and prison over the centuries. Today, the castle is home to several museums and exhibitions, including the Scottish National War Memorial, the Scottish National War Museum, and the Royal Palace of Holyrood. Visitors to Edinburgh Castle can take guided tours of the castle and its grounds, explore its museums and exhibitions, and admire its stunning architecture and views. Some of the highlights of a visit to Edinburgh Castle include St. Margaret's Chapel, the Half Moon Battery, and the Great Hall. Edinburgh Castle is located in the heart of Edinburgh and is easily accessible by foot, car, or public transportation. If you're planning a visit to Edinburgh, a tour of the castle is a must-see attraction. Whether you're a history buff, an architectural enthusiast, or just appreciate stunning beauty, a visit to Edinburgh Castle is sure to be a memorable experience. Schloss Moritzburg is a beautiful Baroque palace located in Moritzburg, Germany, near the city of Dresden. The palace was built in the 17th century and is considered one of the finest examples of Baroque architecture in Germany. Schloss Moritzburg was originally built as a hunting lodge for Augustus the Strong, the Elector of Saxony. Today, the palace is open to visitors and is home to several museums and exhibitions, including the Moritzburg Museum of Hunting and Fishing and the Moritzburg Art Collection. Visitors to Schloss Moritzburg can take guided tours of the palace and its grounds, admire its stunning interiors, and explore its museums and exhibitions. Some of the highlights of a visit to the palace include the Great Hall, the porcelain cabinet, and the grand staircase. Schloss Moritzburg is located in the town of Moritzburg, a short drive from Dresden. If you're planning a visit to the Dresden area and are interested in architecture, art, or history, a visit to Schloss Moritzburg is a must-see attraction. Whether you're a history buff, an architectural enthusiast, or just appreciate stunning beauty, a visit to Schloss Moritzburg is sure to be a memorable experience.